Hey guys, I'm here with sort of a general update for you all. Um, the main thing I want to talk about in this video, as you can tell by the title, uh, the main thing that I want to talk about is some of the injuries that I have right now to my hands. I was bored and I figured I'd make a video about this just to show you all. But anyway, I know that a lot of you don't know this, but I'm actually in culinary school right now, which is cooking school if you don't know what that means. But yeah, I've been there for about a month now, and so far I'm liking it pretty well. Uh, Basically all we've done so far is learn knife skills, like how to do a bunch of different cuts and how to chop properly and things like that. And anyway, the first couple of weeks I did really well, and I didn't cut myself or burn myself at all. But then ever since then it seems like every other day I've just been getting injuries left and right, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about in this video. Uh, the first one on my right hand, I have this really large band-aid on my hand right now, but that mark you see right there, that was from punching a wall. And then over here is one that I got in the kitchen. It was about a week ago, I think, or almost a week ago. But underneath that bandage I have a first-degree burn. The day that I got it was extremely hectic. We had to cook two dishes at once, two very complicated dishes, and I was just absolutely frantic and scrambling to get it done because I was having a pretty hard time with it. And you know, it was very stressful. And anyway, because I was under so much stress, I wasn't really like concentrating as well as I should have been, and that was how it occurred. But basically what happened was I was at the stove. I had one burner in front of me and then another burner directly behind it, and I had two different pans on each burner. I had one on the burner in front of me, then another one on the one behind me. Well, above the burners, there was this metal pipe that was really hot from all the heat from the burners. Why it was there, I have no idea. But anyway, what I did was I went to reach over to the pan that was on the back burner, and when I reached over, the top of my hand touched the pipe and it burned my hand really bad. And yeah, I was really mad when it happened. This one kid, he was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I couldn't go tell the chef right away because I was just so busy with all this stuff, and I just had way too much going on, and I just could not leave the station. And I figured, I think it's better just to concentrate on what I'm doing and try to get a good grade rather than taking the risk of, leaving and then everything just going wrong. So, yeah, I went for about maybe 15 minutes without saying anything about it because I was just so busy. But like, eventually when I was done, I did go up to the chef and I did show him, and he said that he said it didn't really look that bad, which it didn't. I mean, it still hurt, but like, it wasn't like a severe burn or anything like that. But yeah, it did blister a little bit, and so far I've been having a hard time trying to get it to heal, and it is healing, but like, it looks like it's going to leave a scar, and I'm really kind of ticked off about that. But I guess that's just part of it. But I've been doing everything I can to try to keep it from getting infected, but it still seems like no matter what I do, there's always a little bit of an infection in there, and I'm trying to do everything I can to help it. And if this hand wasn't bad enough, you should see my other hand. Yeah. Under this glove I have a second-degree burn right there on the palm of the hand. And before I get into that, I'll show you a couple of cuts that I have on this hand. On this middle finger, you can't really see it. It's like right there. It's pretty much healed by now. But anyway, it was the first cut I ever got in that class. what happened was I was cutting segments out of an orange. Like, it's really hard to describe. You just have to look up a video about it. But anyway, I was kind of having a really hard time with it, and I sliced the top of my finger. And it really wasn't that big of a deal, but like, unfortunately it's left a scar, and that kind of bothers me. And then I have another cut on this finger, which you can't even see anymore, hardly at all. It's like right there. That happened when I was washing my chef's knife in the sink, and I wasn't paying attention, and the blade got my finger. And yeah, they had to actually drain out all the sinks and sanitize them and really scrub them down because I cut it in the water. And of course, the water was probably contaminated by then, so yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. But so far that one's healed pretty well. You can't really see it that much anymore. But anyways, onto this hand now. I've had this on for about 3 or 4 days now. Actually 3, I think. But yeah, this one's quite a funny story. Kind of a ridiculous story too. Alright, I was having another stressful day, and I went to put something in the oven, in a convection oven that has the double doors. And this is going to sound like really, really stupid, but like, after I put my stuff in the oven, I went to close the door, and I actually, instead of grabbing the handle of the door with this hand, I actually grabbed the side of the door, the part that goes into the oven when it closes. And I grabbed it, and it burned my hand really, really badly. It was a 350 degree oven, so yeah, it did a lot of damage. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention, but like, I grabbed it, and it really, really burned my hand. And I have to say, honestly, this has to be probably the worst burn that I've ever had, and unfortunately I know I'm gonna get worse burns as I go on, but like, yeah, it hurt really, really bad. It started blistering right away, and my whole entire palm of my hand got really red, and I could feel the pain all through my hand and all the way up through my fingers and everything. I mean, it was just awful, really. And I went up to the chef pretty much right away, and I told him, and then he went and he got me this bucket of warm water, and so I stuck my hand down in there, and then after a minute he took a look at it, and he said to keep it in there. Then I took it out again after about 5 minutes, and he looked at it, and he told me that I was going to need medical attention. And when he said that, I thought, oh, I don't really want to go to the hospital. But like, I didn't have to go to a hospital. Turns out I only had to just go across the street to this other building, this medical assistant building, where they teach students that want to be in like the medical field. Well, anyway, the plan was for one of the instructors over there who has experience to take a look at my hand and do whatever was necessary. So the chef took me over there, and we got there, and unfortunately, at this time nobody was there. And, it was really ridiculous because the chef and I, we walked around for 15 minutes and we couldn't find anybody that could give me first aid. So eventually, after about 15 minutes, we were walking around and we were asking for first aid, and just nobody was there. And as the time was going on, my hand was just getting worse because the heat just kept on, going deeper and deeper into my hand. And yeah, it was really awful. It was this really bad, stinging, throbbing pain that, I can't even describe it. And I mean, after about 15 minutes, we finally gave up, and he eventually just bandaged it up for me as best as he could. He just got some burn gel, he put it on the burn, and then he put some gauze on it, and then wrapped this thing around it. And then I went through my next 2 classes with that, and it was really, really bothering me. And then eventually at around 2 o'clock, I finally went back over that building to look for somebody, and still, my luck, there was nobody there that could look at it. And so then they said to come back at 3, so I came back at 3, and finally I found somebody. And then they took a look at it, and they basically did the same thing, but like the only difference is that they just put on a better glove than he did. So, yeah, they put some burn gel on it, then they put this glove on, and they said to leave it on for 24 hours, and then to come back the next day. So I went back the next day, and they just took a look at it again, and this time what they did was they wrapped some of this wrapping around it to put pressure on it, and then they put the glove back on, and they said that the pressure would make the blister drain out or something, and they said that it should be drained out by the next morning, which was today. And so I woke up and I took it off, and yeah, it wasn't even drained at all. I was actually pretty disappointed, that it didn't work. But I thought about going back, but like I figured, I'll just try to take care of it myself. I mean, the blister is still there. It's pretty big. You definitely don't want to see it. But yeah, the blister is still there, and I'm hoping that it's going to go away soon because it's really getting on my nerves. Like, it doesn't hurt anymore or anything. It just, I just don't really like wearing this thing. But like, I have to. Basically the reason I'm wearing it is because I just want to like protect my hand, because I can't like go around heat until it goes away. Like especially when it comes to ovens, I can't stick my hand in the oven or anything like that, or it'll just make it so much worse. But yeah, the blister's still there, and it still hurts a little bit, but it definitely is a lot better than it was the first day. And yeah, I'm really hoping that this is going to stop. It's kind of weird how I went from the first 2 weeks of doing really, really good, and then now, after that I've just been injuring myself left and right. But I guess it's just part of being in that industry. You're gonna injure yourself whether you like it or not, and it's just how you learn. So like, I just really don't know what to do. But I just need to start like not getting frantic and just start paying attention and not making stupid mistakes. And I guess I'll be alright then. But yeah, those are the injuries that I've sustained so far. Both of my hands are pretty messed up right now. I mean, they're still usable and everything. It's just that, it just sucks that I have all these injuries right now, and they're not very good looking when you see them. And I wonder a lot about what people are probably thinking about it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try to be more careful now. And I just figured, I'd make this video to talk about it and to show you all, you know, just because I was bored, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video.